I would like to thank Eric and Sven and the rest of the organization for inviting me and the research group which I belong to be here to present our bat box initiative in Italy. I'm sorry, I think my English is not so good, so please be patient and try to understand me. Okay, let's go. Nice. First of all, I would like to talk to you about the attitude of Italians toward bats. I think that you all experienced the same thing about people in your country. People are scared by bats, basically. They think that bats can go into their hair, or maybe that bats can suck their bloods. I think that in every region of Italy there is some myths, and which are really a lot. And of course they are all untrue. So this particular attitude that we experience in Italy, and I think you all experience in your country, is a problem for the conservation, is a negative attitude, and I call it a bat-titude. So we need, if we want to conserve bats, we need to change this community attitude toward these animals. It's like turning a supervillain like Dracula in something good, like a superhero like Batman. And the question is it possible? And if you share my answer to this question, which is yes, of course it's possible, the next question is how? How can we turn this attitude toward bats? Anyway, I think that this is a big challenge to all of us. And we, me and my research group in Italy, accepted this challenge with our bat box project that I'm here to present, which is called also Be a Bat's Friend. Okay. We started locally, and we are there, near Florence, in the Tuscany, in the middle of Italy. We all work in the Natural History Museum of Florence, and we started locally in the 2007. But our aims was to trying to change the attitude of all Italians, not just of Tuscanian people. And of course, it's a long way to the top if you want not rock and roll, but to change this attitude. I'm sorry? Okay. I want to show you the steps that we walked toward our goal. And I hope that you will learn something about our experience. And the first step was probably the most important, which is the message. So you have to find a proper message to deliver to people. And of course you have to tell people about bat facts, and so you can talk about the echolocation or the biodiversity of bats, what they eat, about their biological cycle, but often it's not enough. You have to tell people why the conservation of bats is really important if you want to change their attitude. And doing this, you have to remember that you're talking to people, to general public, not to scientists. So the ecological role of bats in the environment, or their importance as biodiversity, is not enough for people. You have to find another focus, okay? And we tried with this focus. As Michel said before, bats are not the solution for biological control of insects and of pets, but they are really important. They are a piece of the puzzle, but they are a key piece, an important piece. And often people don't know this. So if you tell people that, hey, bats can help you in controlling the mosquitoes that you have around your home, they're happy. And doing this, you can also tell people that they need to avoid the use of pesticides, because they harm not just bats, but all the insectivorous animals. And also you can talk about the monetary importance of bats for agriculture, for example, and also for tourism, as in the case of the bat city of Austin, Texas. Okay, we have a message. I hope you agree with me. And the step 2 is delivering this message. So we need to tell people our message in the proper mood. So we have to spread our message through various communication tools, not just one. And it's important to use an appropriate linguistic style and tone. And using various tools, like, for example, we performed a lot of public meetings, but also TV and radio interviews or articles on newspapers. And we also used, obviously, social networks. I hope that most of you use social networks to contact people. How many? Raise your hands. Okay, that's good. That's fine. They work. And I hope that the next slide will surprise you, because one of our partner during our project was Disney Italy, which is a part of the Walt Disney Company, which created for us a brand new character, which is that bats. It's Kiro. Nice to meet you, either. And he met Donald Duck on a comic book, on a comic adventure, and with him lived some adventures in which they talked about bats, about their conservation, their concern, and all the important things about bats. Also, the Disney Italia created some informative booklet that we attached to our bat boxes. Okay, I didn't talk about bat boxes yet, but as you can imagine, our project is called bat boxes, so bat boxes are important, but I will talk about this later. And this is an example of an illustration of how bat boxes can be installed by Donald Duck and Fattery Duck. I hope it's well translated, and if you laugh, someone laughed, okay? Okay, I think it's well translated. And the next one.
Ciao, sono il tuo amico pipistrello. Non avrai paura di me. Non credere alle leggende. Sono innocuo. Dammi una casetta e scoprirai come sono dolce e simpatico. È utile contro insetti e zanzare. Gnam gnam. La mia bat box preferita la trovi alla Coop.
Okay, it's in Italian. Okay, as you can. Because we didn't sell bat boxes all around Europe, so we don't need to translate it. But it's a commercial, obviously, and it says something like, yo, I'm your friend, I'm a bat, and I'm good, and if you want to help me, come to buy a bat box to Coop, that is the shop that sold our bat box. And it works. Oh, okay, you will see the results of our project during the presentation. I hope that at the end of the presentation, you will agree with me that our project was a success, maybe. Anyway, let's go. Step 3. It's really important to find partners that help us to spread and reinforce our message. These two logos are for the Italian research group on bats, the one on the right, and about Eurobats Year of the Bat on 2011-2012, which are our scientific partners. But we also had many other partners that helped us. Some of them are the public institutions at a local scale. They organized public meetings with people and called us, hey, why don't you come to talk to people about your project, about bat boxes? And we say, yes, of course. And then there was environmental associations who made other public meetings, and also public health agencies, which are the agencies that perform the biological control in Italy. And all these partners was really important because when they called us, and they indirectly telling people that our message was true. Because if public health agencies perform with us a public meeting, they do that really bats can help in the biological control. And this is very important. I'm not saying we are good. There is something else that's saying the same thing I'm saying. And it's really important. This gives really strength to our message. And obviously there was many other partners, but the slide was not so huge. But I think the most important sponsor, okay, it was a partner, but sponsored us monetary, was Coop, which is a large retailing company in Italy that has many shops in most of Italy, and who sponsored entirely our project. How? They did some merchandise product that they sold in all of them shops, and all the income of this sold were given to us to fund our project. And you may say, why? Why Coop did this thing? Basically, Coop need advertising. They share our social involvement. They share the importance of the environment and the importance of social involvement of people. So, funding our project, they're having a really big and positive advertising for themselves. So they spend a lot, you will see, but it's a good investment. And finally, the step 4, bat boxes. Okay, here we are. This one is one of our bat boxes. You see, it's quite simple. It's made in wood. It's about its height is about 60 centimeters and wide 40. And it needs to be simple because people have to install or place this bat box on the wall of their room. So the simpler is the best is for the installation. And Coop sold this bat box in most of Italy. You will see Italy, is most filled in bat boxes. And people could buy these bat boxes at a price cost of about 20 and 25 euros, and could install them. And also they can join our scientific research. Just fill in this monitoring form that they found inside the bat box with our booklet, and they could send us. So they join our research, and here I present some of the results of this research. Every year, we collected the information about people, and we analyzed it, and we could calculate a colonization rate of the group of bat boxes each year. For the first year of placement and in the subsequent years. And this information were gathered in a publication that we publicated in 2011. And also, we tried to figure out which are the parameters, the variables, which are the most important for the success, for the colonization of our bat boxes. This is a multivariate analysis that we performed. And the most important variables are the date of positioning. So the bat boxes which are placed since longer, that there are also the ones that have an higher colonization rate. So even with bat boxes and bats, people have to keep calm and carry on. The height above the ground, so okay, there are just 3 dots. I'm sorry, and it's not so good, this analysis, I know. Anyway, the bat box is placed higher from above the ground, were also the ones that have higher colonization rate. And finally, the daily hours of sunlight that they receive during the day. For these variables, we find that this is important, but we cannot find a clear trend. So we probably just they do their best, but they use every orientation they can. And this chart is also important because shows you that our bat boxes were colonized more in the late of the summer and during the early autumn, probably due to the dispersal of subadults, and we experience also the use of our bat boxes for the mating period. And here I conclude with some numbers of the project. Okay. 55,000 bat boxes sold by Coop in most of Italy. Okay, not bad, okay. Okay, there are at price cost, so, and no one earned a single euro from that set, okay? I don't earn anything, okay. 2,000 bat boxes monitored by people. Okay, over that 55, just 2,000 people sent us the monitoring form, okay? And we also, I don't talk about it, okay? We also selected just the monitoring form filled correctly, okay? We excluded the one the monitoring was not carried during the year correctly for our research. Okay, 110 public meetings, which are not so much. 200 newspaper articles and interviews. 13,100 emails that arrived to that email address, which was created for the project, which I answered singularly. And okay. 200,000 euro fund raised thanks to Coop. Coop also paid for Disney, and trust me, Disney is really expensive. So you can try to figure out why that advertising was really good. If a large company like Coop invests such amount of euros, so the conservation of bats really care. Okay, there is someone that the conservation of bats care. And finally, just one, that is the bat box that people need to join our project, and that is also the phrase that we left to people as a take-home message, and that is also the phrase that I want to leave to you. And thanks for your attention. I'm the one on the right side, okay?
Wow. Any questions? They are all completely flabbergasted, I guess.
Yes, a fantastic project, and well, the presentation was very clear. So I have more question about the process before it. So I was wondering, how did you find Coop? Did you approach every supermarket in Italy, or?
Okay, it was a long history, because in 2006, Coop funded just some T-shirts of our Natural History Museum. The next year, we tried to propose Coop a new project. Why don't we try to make some bat boxes to give to people? Because maybe people care about bats, about the biological control of bats. So we tried with just 200 bat boxes that we gave freely just in Tuscany. There was an high success of this initiative. So year after year, there was also an increase in the number of the bat box that we produced and that we sold. So it was gradually. But we were the one that goes to Coop and try to propose this project. They were just smart enough to invest on us. It's not easy to find someone like this. It's true.
Do you have an idea of the occupation ratio of all the bat boxes that were placed?
People could not recognize the species that was in the bat boxes. Anyway, the most common species that in Italy live in these artificial roosts are Coul's pipistrelle and Savis pipistrelle. And when people sent us some picture about their guests, there was every time pipistrelle, Coul's pipistrelle and Savis pipistrelle.
If 100 bat boxes were placed, how many were used by bats?
Okay. I showed in the table. Not this one. This one. The first year, the colonization rate. I think that the 2007 was an overestimate, because we tell people how to place bat boxes, so they try to place in the best they can. In the other years, people just install bat boxes following our indication written in the booklet, so they were not trying it as well, so well. But in the first year, I think that a good estimate of colonization rate is about 10%. But it grows with the years. And I think it will grow to about 30% at the third year. And then it slowly continues to grow, but really slowly. This year, we have a report about a bat box colonized after 6 years since the installation. But it's a rare case. Okay?
Is it possible that only people that have bats do this work?
It's just not possible. It's true. But there are a lot of people that have bats that don't send their data. And we find these people sometimes at the public meetings. They tell us that they have bats, and so we asked their data, and they told us that they didn't send. I don't know why, but it's true. But I think that bias is a problem even for people that has bats, because they don't want to join our research. But it's true that the years later, people that don't have bats in their boxes get frustrated. So they stop to send their data. And that is the reason why we cut the table at 3 years. Because after, there were poor information. So we cut off. Okay?
A final short question.
The main aim of your project was to convince people to like bats. Now I wonder, how many people did you convince to change their mind?
That's right. I don't know how many. Surely not all Italians. I'm sure about that. Probably not the most, not, but a little bit more. Okay, for us it's a success. As I said yesterday to Lisa, sometimes when we go to people to talk about bats, they don't know about us. They don't know that we are the ones that do the project about bat boxes. And people tell to us, oh, you know that bats eat mosquito and that you can install a bat box. And we say, yes, we are. So that's a good index. But really, I presented you 4 steps, but there are the first 4 steps. Okay, we need another.
Thank you very much.